smarter for me to do it. And I was like, heck yeah. I wouldn't really call myself a musician at all. I just like creating. Best things about life. I was like...
Nervous?
A little bit.
Yeah. I'm always nervous before it. Every single one. So it doesn't matter. I'm in it with you. Okay. So here we are with Tim, and we are sitting in my house, and Tim is my neighbor. He's a legend. So he's going to jump in and do the 10 questions with us on Joining Your Story.
All right.
How are you?
Good.
Good?
Thank you.
All right. M&M's or Skittles?
Skittles.
Oh, you're the first.
Unless they're peanut M&Ms, then it's a toss-up, but probably Skittles.
Oh, so peanut M&Ms are a hot hit. Everybody's into them.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Except for me. They suck. I hate them. But Skittles I would mess with all day. What flavor Skittle?
The rainbow. All of them, but I generally don't like do a handful, you know.
Do you do one at a time?
Yeah, I might do 3 or 4.
Yeah, so I usually, the best combo for me is 3 purple, 1 red. Test it out.
That's science.
Yeah, I know. That's where I got my education.
Yeah,
Skittles.
Nice. You were studying Skittles the whole time.
The whole time. What do you do to pay the bills?
That's a good question. A good topic for my household.
Yeah.
Like my wife says, what do you do to pay the bill? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I provide support for my wife so she can pay the bills because I'm a stay-at-home dad and have been for a while.
Yeah.
But that doesn't come with like an actual dollar amount.
Yeah.
So it would be 0.
You and me both. But you've been a stay-at-home dad for what, 12 years now?
Yep.
And I think that when I look at you, it's pretty amazing that like you were willing to take that on. I think there's a lot of men that their ego would get in the way of that. Of like, oh well, I've got to provide and I've got to do this and that. But your wife is amazing at her work, and it's amazing that you get to support her, but also your family and be there for your daughter and everything like that.
For us as like a team, like an efficient like team, like it's the natural structure of it. Like I could never do what my wife does or be as successful at it, you know, like, and for me to be like, oh, I'm the guy and I need to, you know, take the lead and be the man of the house or whatever, it would not be the best productively for our family. But I never even really thought about it that way. I was just like, we just both wanted one stay-at-home parent. I had a stay-at-home parent. She didn't, but would have liked one. And between the two of us, it was just like smarter for me to do it. And I was like, heck yeah, because I had been working, you know, for a while at that point, and I was like, see ya. Like,
I'll take this new gig.
Yeah.
What did you do before?
I worked in tech. Just on like customer support type of stuff. Nothing that interesting. I met a lot of good people and you know, had a good time there, but but ultimately it wasn't my natural fit or lifestyle environment for me to be my best. Like it just wasn't. That wasn't what it was for me.
When you were working full time, did you have a goal? Or not saying that you're not working full time now, but you when you're working for someone full time, did you have a goal to grow in the company, or did you have goals outside of that work? And so you're like, I want to be a drummer for a band, or I want to be a chef, or anything like that?
No, I think that's part of like. I not like even as a youngster, I never like had goals. Like I just, you know, I went like my initial major in college was business because I was just like, oh, that's what you do. You get a business degree. Like that's just what people do. And then once you get out of, you know, college, you just get a tech job or a good, you know, like just because that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know. I guess I was, I just never, I was afraid to look in the future. So I like didn't do it. And then, you know, you just kind of find yourself where you are.
Well, you landed on your feet pretty well.
Yeah, it worked. It worked out. But, you know, I never like, I wish I would have like, you know, put goals in front of myself or, you know, worked towards something that I wanted to achieve. But I'm not good at setting goals for myself.
I think you do pretty well because you set goals like I'm going to go do a bike ride. I'm going to do like that sort of thing. So you like you're from an outside perspective, it looks a lot different, I think, from inside.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
Which movie do you think you have seen the most?
Probably Star Wars.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, I've seen that movie a number of times.
Do you still vibe it to this day? Like, are you still a Star Wars fan?
Well, I'm still like on cable TV. You know, I haven't fully switched over to streaming, and so like I don't know what channel it is, TBS or one of those channels. Like, they run Star Wars like all the time.
Oh wow.
It would either be Star Wars, one of the old James Bond, or The Godfather.
Oh wow.
Yeah, one of those.
Each one of those movies is a long haul as well. It's not like they're like quick movies.
Yeah, they're like kind of on in the middle of the day randomly, and I'll like watch half of it, and then they'll play it again like later that night, and then I'll watch the other half, like you know, as I'm doing stuff. But it's kind of like comfort food, you know. It's just like
I feel the same way. Yeah, it's easy to. I've spoken about this in a previous podcast, but I watch like shows like the Grown Ups with like Adam Sandler, and like because it's just like junk, like it's like junk food. It's just easy to consume. You don't have to think about it, and I can just get work done.
And sometimes like it gets funnier, like it gets funnier sometimes. You're just like this is so funny, like that's the true like measure of a classic is after you watch it 100 times, is it funnier or is it not funny anymore?
I don't know if the Grown Ups is funnier from the 100th time, but I think it's just that I play it so much that I can play it in my head while it's on.
Yeah.
So I can just like zone out. It's like taking a piece of my brain and like, oh, you're entertained for a little bit.
I have to have like the TV going in the background like all the time. Like I just need that talking noise or whatever.
Yeah, me too. I do Wild 'N Out, which is like this hip hop comedy thing.
Oh yeah.
So I play that because it's just like they're really funny, they're witty, but I can like it's got these like hip hop beats in it. So I'm like,
Nick Cannon.
Yeah, exactly. Outside of work, what do you wish you did more of?
Maybe like got out into the wilderness more, like do more hikes and stuff like that. Just be like out more. I'm kind of a homebody.
Yeah.
And sometimes like I'm like, wow, I kind of wasted the day. I usually ended up doing stuff like play the guitar or something, but it's just like, wow, this was a really nice day. I wish I would have done more outside.
Yeah. I wish I could play the guitar. We've spoken about this before, how I cannot. But I hear you banging away on drums over there, and how many instruments can you play?
Well, maybe 3. How well I can play them is
the triangle one of them? Ding!
I could play the triangle. I'm going to say yes, because I would just count that as the drums, just one of the pieces of the drum set. Yeah. But I would say, like, I don't even really call myself a musician at all. I just like creating, and you know, like. But I just like, I wouldn't call myself a musician because there's so many musicians. There's so many great musicians. Like, it's like sports or playing basketball. Like, everybody, you know, kind of plays basketball, but it's really hard to be good at it. On next level good or better than like the majority of people. You know, basically you're just kind of in the middle somewhere usually.
So calling on your creativity when you get into that. Do you come up with the idea, or do you go into there being like, I feel like creating something, and then you sort of banging around waiting to find a rhythm or a tune or something like that?
Yeah, totally. It's all by accident, or just like, and usually it's like the first thing you do. Like, and you have like nothing in your head or anything. You just sit down and it just like, and then you hear something, and then you're like, oh yeah, there
so how do you capture that? Like, see, with sketching, at least I've got the bit of paper and the sketch that I can be like, oh, I did that one little line here that makes that. Like, do you just have to remember that sound and like, oh, I did that double tap on the cymbal and I'm gonna riff off that?
Well, you kind of like work it out a little bit, like, so you can repeat it.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I do something on the drums, and then from there I go and I put it in to Logic or into a drum machine, and basically mimic the little beat I just made. And then you can throw on, and then I'm like, okay, that part's done, I'll just like repeat it.
Yeah.
So it's just repeating in the background, and then I grab the bass and kind of see what fits.
Yeah.
Like, and usually like the best ones, like they're the first thing you play.
Yeah. Oh wow. I have an artist friend, and she used to be a designer. She's this fantastic children's book writer, and she's got this theory where whatever her first idea is, she throws it out, and it's like, that's not good enough. And then she goes, where I find I tried to do that for a while, and I was like, no, but I always kept coming back to that idea. So it's interesting how different people work.
I find like the more I work on it, the worse it is. Like it's just it's like, I think there must be something intrinsically wrong with it if I have to work that much to like,
that's
like
an interesting concept.
But I do anyway.
Yeah.
And then because you started it, and you're just like, I just need it good enough so I can leave it and just be like, okay, it's fine. It's good enough.
Where can people listen to your music if they want to listen to it?
Well, I have a SoundCloud page, and I'm gonna start posting more stuff on like Instagram, just like little snippets.
Yep.
Because I just I spend so much time doing it. It's just like a way to keep it out there.
Yeah. What we should do, which people may not know, but Tim did the background music for the season 2 roundup. And what we'll do on this one is we'll get one of your beats and we'll put it underneath this one as well.
Okay, good. I think I have one ready.
Cool.
So,
all right.
Yeah, I think
cool.
It'll work.
When you visit the zoo, what is the animal you are most excited to see?
Probably like the gorillas.
The gorillas. Yeah.
Because they're,
massive.
They're massive, and they're very human-like.
They are.
I like giraffes. Giraffes are good.
Giraffes are crazy to me because they have the same vertebrae, the amount of vertebrae we do in theirs, but theirs are just huge. Yeah, that blows my mind. I think I'd rather be a gorilla than I would a giraffe. Can you imagine trying to take a drink if you're a giraffe?
Yeah, you'd have to bend down.
Yeah, that's a long dip.
Yeah.
You're like, is that worth it?
No.
I'll just stay thirsty.
Yeah, and I think you're kind of hunted.
Yeah. Who's hunting a giraffe and feels good about themselves?
Tiger, the lion.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I was thinking about people, like if they're hunting them. What trait of yours are you most proud of?
That's a good question. My ability to make people laugh.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah.
Or I don't know if I'm proud of it, but like, it makes me feel good and other people feel good.
Yeah.
So.
I love making people laugh.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of the kind of best things about life.
Yeah, I agree. I would have thought that you seem to have a very even keel about you.
Yeah, I'm a mess on the inside. I know that people, all the people. I mean, I've heard that feedback a lot. Like, oh, you're so easygoing, and but I don't feel like I am. Like,
wow.
Yeah, like I guess I just keep it inside.
You just got a stoic outer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not even stoic. It's just calm. It's like
that's not what I'm feeling. I mean, I feel pretty good right now.
Yeah.
but in general, like I think I just got good at hiding it or something.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah. But and that's why I like laughing with people so much, because it totally relieves. It's a stress reliever. Oh God,
it really does, right? It really does. Is your family the same sort of way? Like, are they? Say, I've never really hung out with your brother, but your mum and dad seem pretty chill as well.
Yeah, we're all pretty even keel for the most part. Yeah, there's no like, we're all pretty, we're, like no one's real in your face. Or I don't know if that's like genetics or what, but well,
you guys grew up like east of the mountains, right?
Yeah.
And so like, maybe is it chiller out there when you're growing up? Like you just have to worry about a rattlesnake and you're like, no, it's not that bad.
I mean, it's definitely like kind of more of a small town feel rather than big city.
Yeah.
But I knew lots of people from where I grew up that were not chill.
They were not chill. They didn't have the Tim touch. All right. What is your comfort food?
Maybe fried chicken.
Oh God, it's so good. Have you had Azel's?
Oh yeah.
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
That might be my favorite part. I can't eat it now because I'm gluten free, but it's so good. Also, fried chicken and waffles. Oh my gosh, I was at a friend's wedding, and they had fried chicken and waffles, but just on like a little fried chicken and a little bit of waffle, and they had it like the dipping sauce, and I was going around like stealing other people's. So I was like, this is amazing. It was so good.
Yeah, I've never actually had it. I believe the concept came from Roscoe's fried chicken and waffles in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we were supposed to. I was down there. We were supposed to go there. We never did. And then now you see it all over the place.
Yeah.
Like but like, how could you go wrong? You got waffles. You got chicken.
I know, right? And then it's syrup on top. Oh God, it was so good, so good. What is something that you have overcome that makes you proud?
Good question. I guess just sticking with things, when they are hard for you, and you continue.
Is there any particular thing that you can think of?
Well, right now I'm trying to learn Spanish, and
that might be fitting for you.
Yes, I have a native Spanish speaker in my household.
Yeah.
And
so hang on. So you're learning it now, and so
I've been trying to learn it for a while.
I feel like I'm terrible at trying to learn Spanish, but have you picked up stuff just from living with your wife?
No, because she doesn't speak it at home.
Yeah.
And like most of all I've learned has been just like through, the online or whatever.
Yeah. Are you using
and high school and college or
Yeah.
Which I didn't learn much.
Yeah, I took French and Japanese, and I can only remember like one sentence. And I don't even know if I'm saying what I'm saying. So
yeah, it's I don't know. After I've been doing it for a while, and it's really hard to push the needle.
Yeah.
In your favor. I'm kind of there's definitely am I ever going to be fluent in this? I'm kind of I don't know if I have the ability. if my brain has the processing speed for the processing of the sounds, like I don't know, like
I feel like there must be something that correlates to music that correlates to learning a language, right?
you would think,
Yeah.
but like that's also like it's kind of hard for me to like. I know when I hit a wrong note, but it's hard for me to play by ear to hear something and just play it. Or I always have to go to like sheet music or something.
Yeah. Can you read sheet music?
Yeah, more or less. Not like some people can just see it and immediately play it.
Oh yeah.
I can see it. It'll take me to some time to figure out what it's trying to tell me. And
so you're talking about the music that just has the notes on it, not the chords.
Yeah.
Just the notes.
Yeah.
God, that looks like a whole nother language to me.
It's like once you like learn the base, it's actually a lot easier to do than you would think.
Wow.
Like the basics are to figure it out, like are pretty simple. To be able to read it in real time and translate that to the instrument, that is more difficult.
Yeah. So how long have you been trying to learn Spanish for?
I guess since high school.
How long you
Off
been,
and on.
How long you been with your wife for?
That's okay. Since 2011.
2011?
2008.
2008?
Yes, 2008.
Oh wow, I was married in 2005. I didn't realize that Jillian and I had been together longer than you and Ada. It's crazy.
Congratulations.
Anyway, thank you. My point was, like, when you guys got together, did you try and start then? Or restart?
No, like she never really encouraged me to learn Spanish, really.
Does her family and like friends all speak Spanish back?
They all speak English.
Yeah. Okay.
And Spanish.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a mix.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mix, but they can like if they want to talk to me, they all speak fluent English, and I'm like the only kind of odd man out that can't speak two languages, and so I'm like, but it's like it's hard.
Yeah, I struggle like rolling the R's and the males versus the female in the language.
But the more I study, like language is like really interesting, like how they use certain words and how they put together stuff. It's like completely different than English. Yeah. Like, and it's just like it's really kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
In Spanish there's like I don't know how many 12 ways, 16 ways to say you. Right. Or there's because they conjugate all their I don't know. It's and then that's kind of one of the hard things for me is I try to translate everything, and a lot of times it just doesn't translate. Like the way that I want to say it is not the way that it should be said. So like you kind of got to throw that part out and just like kind of start from scratch.
Well, then they say that's when you're truly fluent, is that you're not thinking in English, like translating your brain, you're just thinking in that language.
Exactly. I'm translating.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just like...
Do you guys ever have like a Spanish only day in the house?
We try to do like Spanish dinner, or like, and by me, like I was like, hey, let's do this. And it lasts like 5 minutes. Like, cause I think she just was like, okay, what are you trying to, like, let's just do it in English. Like, come on.
So it doesn't really matter to her?
No.
That's amazing.
But I don't know. But in even if I don't become fluent, or it's like, it's good for my brain. It's something, it's something productive, so spending the time doing it is all positive. Kind of like the music stuff. It's like it's all good for me.
Yeah. I've always wanted to learn a second language, but I really don't think I've got the capacity to do so. But maybe I'll try it.
I mean, you gotta. It's. I say like you can do anything that you want to do if you break it down to small enough chunks.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's just like how much time are you willing to dedicate it to? Well, I'm gonna have to work harder than everybody else, so I'm gonna have to do it 6 hours a day in order to be able to get to where I want. You're just like, I just don't
have 6 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm just don't, or you just don't want to. Like I don't want it that bad. It's okay.
Exactly. What are 3 things that you were grateful for?
Friends.
Except for ones that make you go on a podcast.
Oh no! This is fun. I wasn't doing anything. I do have to pick up my dog eventually. I got time.
Sometime.
Friends, family.
We'll put that in one bucket.
Friends and family in one bucket. Oh, jeez. Now I got to think up another one.
Got to think another 2.
Well, what I'm grateful for my health.
Yeah.
Like,
you're looking great for 72.
No, thank you. You get parents that age, like, oh my God, it's just like, you're thankful. You're like so thankful for the ability that you have right now, and not want that to deteriorate.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being alive.
What about being lucky enough to spend as much time with your daughter? A lot of fathers probably don't get that.
Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, I get spend a lot of time with my daughter, and that's great. And I'm super grateful for it because as she gets older, like I won't be able to spend as much time. She had a day off. We went to the movies in the middle of the day, where everybody else was.
What movie did you see?
The Haunting in Venice. The Agatha Christie. Like we saw the other ones. Like,
okay.
Julia likes murder mysteries.
So, does she?
Yeah. So we saw that.
Yeah. I think she's tougher than I am. I like horror movies or anything. I'm just like, no.
They make it look more like it's more of a mystery than a horror movie.
Okay.
But
is that the one with Tina Fey in it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Was
it fun?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, hey, we went to a movie in the middle of the day where everybody else was working or going to school. So
yeah, that's awesome. What's your go-to snack at the movie?
Butter popcorn and a Coke.
Yeah.
But I try, as I'm older, like up into my mid-30s or later, like I couldn't not go to a movie and get butter popcorn and a Coke. And sometimes I'll skip it because, like, eating a gigantic thing of popcorn, especially like if sometimes like you hadn't have lunch and so you have popcorn for lunch and then you get out and you're like, I don't feel so great.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. I've stopped getting the popcorn, but I still, whoever's I'm going with, I still like a few handfuls of that.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
You just need a bit. I just need to take the edge off,
Well, because everything's so supersized, like you're not gonna buy it and take like.
Yeah.
And then if it's sitting there, then you just end up eating it. So
you still eat it. All right. You have to wear a shirt with a slogan on it for a year. What does it say?
Good vibes only.
Good vibes only. It sounds like a shirt that you pick up at a.
Yeah, it's the one of the Mariners players. That's his slogan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Good vibes only. So now we've got a. Is that going to be patented or copyrighted?
It probably should already be. If he's smart, he would be selling those shirts.
No, I feel like that is a shirt that you get at like. Like a 21 Forever or whatever it is.
On vacation in Mexico. Yeah.
I'll pick one up next week.
Yeah. Give me one too.
Yeah. If I find two, I'm definitely getting us one each. That'd be awesome. Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, one thing that we should say, Tim and I are the winners of our first and only pickleball tournament that we went in, and we came out victorious.
Yes, we did. Thanks to Matty Mitchell.
No,
Yeah.
It was all you, Tim.
I don't know about. Well, I did sign us up for the
There
tournament,
we go.
but that was
see?
about it.
No, you did heaps. But thanks, Tim,
Yeah, this was
for
fun.
jumping on.
Yeah,
I will get a drawing off to you, and
cool. I
yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah, and then we'll see how it goes.
All right,
Cool. How was that for you?
good. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was fun.